Hello, I'm Yao, and in this video I'm going to give you a tour of my Notion setup, which I call my Life Success Planner. If you haven't heard of Notion, it's an all-in-one multi-purpose productivity tool which you can use for notes, projects, tasks, and databases. This video will give you ideas on how it can help you with your productivity. Also, check out the website www.notion.so to find out more and where it's free to sign up for an account. If you're already using Notion, I hope this video gives you some ideas on what you can do for your Notion setup. Topics I'll be talking about include how I set up universal tags, organize information, task management including recurring tasks, and integrating with other applications. I discovered Notion a year and a half ago when I was looking around for a new task manager. I was frustrated with having to use different applications for tasks, notes, and projects. I wanted to improve how I was planning projects, remembering things I have to do, and be more focused on what's important. I wanted to find one application or system where I could ideally keep and link all my tasks, notes, and projects, and also be satisfying to use as well. And I must say, Notion has met all those requirements. It has been the most useful and satisfying productivity application I've ever used. And you'll also find online a community of fans who are happily using Notion, replacing previous productivity applications they have been using before, such as Evernote, Todoist, and OneNote. Now, a key reason why Notion is so satisfying to use is how much you can customize the pages and structure to how you want it. In Notion, you create pages where you can add many different types of content. This includes text, embedding media, linking to related pages, and creating databases. The databases let you define and view your information in different ways, such as a board, a calendar, a table, or gallery. It's super flexible what you can do with the pages. You can drag and drop these content blocks anywhere on the page or to another page. And you can nest pages within pages to create your own structure on how you want to organize everything. Now, from all this super functionality that Notion provides, I have created this Life Success Planner. I'm under no illusion that having this success planner guarantees success, but I believe that it's helped me in getting more organized, focused on my priorities, and get more done. It's a Notion setup that is all about making plans on your goals. So perhaps it does increase the probability of living successfully. And I feel I have achieved my goal of having an effective system to keep and manage all my tasks, projects, notes, and lists in one place. In my Life Success Planner, I have designed things so that I'm able to link pages with other pages through tags. This has taken the way I plan projects, goals, and learning to the next level. I can tag a task with a project, context, personal goal, or life area. On a project, goal, or life area page, I can show all related tasks, as well as meetings, notes, and resources. I also keep videos I want to watch, articles, and books I want to read in Notion. I make use of the Notion web clipper, which lets you get the content of a web page and save it as a page in Notion. I can then tag the page with a topic, project, travel plan, goal, or life area. I then confirm the type of information it is. So in this case, a video. And doing this lets me have a system that lets me capture and organize different types of information easily. Peter Andre's mysterious girl will now be in my video watch list. This display shows all items in my Life Success Planner that have been marked as type video with the done box not marked, which means it's unwatched. For those familiar with Notion, what I have done is created a master database. This stores many of the different types of information I want to keep and tag. I created the tagging functionality by having a relation property to link the database to itself. This then lets you tag a page with any other page in the same database. I then use a type select property to categorize the information. While I tour my Notion setup, the Life Success Planner, you'll see some of the advantages of this approach. This lets me have one universal inbox, which helps me with capturing, organizing, and displaying information. Let's start the tour of my Notion setup. This is what I call my Life homepage. Now, my design approach here for the homepage is that I want a central place to quickly access pages and for it to display things I should be working on. Here, there are links to key pages. You'll see I have two main sections, To Do and Resources and Reference. To Do are items that require action or that I need to review regularly. Resources and Reference are pages where I can get to useful information I saved quickly. On my left sidebar, I have favorited pages that I visit frequently. And for my cover pick, I have a picture of my sports meetup I organised. Also on the homepage, I've got dashboard-like elements displaying what I should be focusing on today. So scrolling down, I have due tasks. Due tasks are those that are not completed and have a date equal or less than today. I've also used nested filters to include any tasks that I've not marked with a date. Then I have my calendar, which is a Google Calendar that I've embedded. And then I have projects. Projects are defined as things I need to do that require some planning and multiple actions. My homepage displays those that I've marked as active. So on my Life homepage, this is both an updated snapshot of things I should be focusing on today and a place where I can access quickly key pages. I also have a version that I have duplicated so that my personal information isn't in this video later, and also for people who want a copy of my template. Let's explore the to-do section. These pages will all display views from my main master database called the Life Success Planner. Starting with tasks, these are actions that need doing that may have a deadline. At the top, we have a due tasks table. This is done by filtering the main master database with items where the type is task and done has not been ticked and the date is on or before today. And the filter of the database defines what is shown. So tasks are hidden in this table when I click on the done box, and if I update a task to the future, that will get hidden too until the date comes around. Scrolling down, I've added upcoming and undated tasks. So here in the filter you can see that the date is after today or the date is empty. I then have my habits or recurring tasks. These are tasks that are being tagged as either daily, weekly or monthly, and I'll go through how all of that works a bit later on in the video. So in my tasks you can see the done box. Instead of using a done box, you might prefer to update task status instead. So if I use the properties and I actually show the status property, we can have options such as in progress, completed, not started. This might work better for you if you prefer the board view for tasks. This is where we can drag and drop tasks to different statuses, so it might work better for team tasks. Another advantage of having your tasks in a Notion database is your calendar view. This is good for easily changing the dates of your tasks. If you want, you can have both a start and end date of a task by on the right here dragging a task across several days. The beauty of Notion is that you can customize your task manager to how you like. I can add one or more tags to a task. Tags could be a project, event, customer, context, personal goal or life area. So here, in this review Get Trailblazing website task, I could say that it's also, as well as related to my Notion course, related to my careers or business life area, which is also an item in my Life Success Planner database. The tag being a relation property to link a page to another page in the same database. This means that on a project page, such as my Notion course, I can have all related tasks showing and automatically updating on the page. You can see that I can also have other related pages displayed that are not tasks by bringing in another view of the Life Successor Planner database. Any related notes, events, contacts or resources that I have saved will display on this page. Everything associated with this project all on this page, which makes it really easy when I want to plan, manage and work on the project, having everything there. The value of having your tasks in Notion is that you can not only connect your tasks to your project planning, but also your life areas and your personal goals when you have all your tasks in Notion with a setup like I have. So on the life area page, for example, careers and business, I'll also be able to see related projects and tasks here. When I am reviewing this life area and I think about tasks or projects, then I can just enter them here and then they'll appear on my to-do list, rather than being on paper somewhere else or another application and therefore getting forgotten about and not actioned. This is possible in Notion through creating database template pages for projects, life areas and other types of information. In these database templates, I display linked databases, such as related pages or tasks and events. These linked database views have a self-referential database filter on the tag property. So what appears in these database views will always relate to the current page. So back in careers and business, you'll see the filter, the tag contains career or business. Now some people that are using Notion are still using a separate task manager such as Todoist for their tasks. Some people are even embedding their task manager application like Todoist as a page in Notion. So they're not really using Notion for task management. They complain it's too slow to capture a task in Notion, particularly on my mobile app. Oh, Notion doesn't work when I'm offline. Oh, Notion doesn't do subtasks. They are saying, oh, Notion doesn't do recurring tasks. Let me address these issues, because I confess, in my journey, I tried tasks in Notion and went back to Todoist before coming back to the Notion way. So the first point, Notion is too slow at capturing tasks. Capturing tasks quickly and getting ideas out of your head before you forget or become overwhelmed is important. Let me show you what I do on my computer. 1. Open Chrome. 2. Click Tasks. 3. New task. That's it. And there it is in my task database here. So key to this actually is my Chrome New Tab page. I've installed a Chrome extension called Humble New Tab Page. Each Notion page has a unique link that I've saved as a Google bookmark, saving me time to get to my tasks and any other key pages in Notion. Okay, a second complaint is capturing a task on mobile takes a long time. I have an iPhone and I use an app called Shortcuts. This lets me create an icon on my homepage where when I click on it, Tasks. This takes me straight to my task page. Okay, still too slow. And what about offline? I like the way how Todoist does it, you may say. Okay, I'll give up. But how about this? How about whenever I enter a task in Todoist, so I'm going to add a task here, quit Todoist, and use Notion. And then I'm going to set the task as tomorrow. And click add. So it's gone into my Todoist. And now a few moments later, admittedly it was about 10 minutes, here is the task in Notion with the due date of tomorrow. So how did I do that? Well, I used two free services, IFTTT, which stands for if this, then that, and Notion PowerUp. Do check out the Notion PowerUp website if you're interested in finding out more about exploring trigger changes in Notion from outside applications such as Todoist or email. I also do have a video walkthrough on my Todoist integration in my online course, Life Planning and Getting Things Done with Notion, which you'll find on my website, gettrailblazing.com. Creating trigger integrations isn't the easiest thing to do at the moment because Notion hasn't released its official API. But I managed to set this up as someone who doesn't know how to write code or program. And when Notion does release its API, I believe integrating Notion with other applications such as Todoist is going to be much easier to set up. Without the official API, what we can do on integrating Notion with other apps is limited. In the meantime though, it is worth checking out integration services such as IFTTT and Zapier, as it's not just Todoist we will potentially be able to connect to. Other productivity applications that can be connected include Trello and Asana. This might be relevant if a team you work with is using one of these applications but not Notion. And you can connect social media services such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. Or you can have a connection from email to Notion, or even your smart speaker. When the official API comes out, it's going to be exciting times. Okay, back to addressing more reasons why people don't use Notion for tasks, can't do subtasks. Let's take an example of a task where there are subtasks, like making a Victoria sponge. So I'm going to my tasks page, and in the new drop down I'm going to select the template new task, and then to my task, make a Victoria sponge. Now when I scroll down, you see I can enter related subtasks. For example, buy ingredients, and it's automatically tagged with make a Victoria sponge. So I would enter more subtasks if necessary. Preheat oven, mix ingredients, all of them are tagged with Victoria sponge. This is what we call a self-referential filter. I've designed a template where it will filter for a tag that contains the name of the page and also type equals task. All the tasks I listed here will still appear in my main tasks lists, and that's because they're all in the same master database. In my task template, I've also added a Pomodoro tracker. If you haven't heard of Pomodoro, the idea is that you should commit yourself to a task for 25 minutes uninterrupted. Then you deserve a short break. And once you have done 4 Pomodoros, you can take a longer break. This is apparently an optimal focus period of working. Let's move on to habits and recurring tasks. I'm a believer that developing good habits is a key to achieving longer term goals. Having a list in Notion can help you with doing or reviewing your habits and recurring tasks. Here I have a table of my habits and recurring tasks due. I have some dates and some tags. Let's take the second example of cleaning the house, and that is tagged as daily and under my household life area. Because it is marked daily, if I update the date to today, then it disappears from the table because the task is not due. It will appear in the table once again tomorrow. Let's take the bottom task, which is record a video every week. This is tagged as weekly. So if I marked that this was last done, let's say over a week ago, on the 11th of June, then it won't disappear from the table. However, if I updated it that I recorded a video 2 days ago, then it disappears because it's not due anymore. All of these habits or recurring tasks are also saved in my master database, the Life Success Planner. But they are marked with a type habits or recurring tasks, so we can filter them. And I have tags for daily, weekly and monthly that I use in the filter to determine what habits and recurring tasks appear. Let's have a look at the filter. So here you will see I've got 3 nested filters. Each of them have a filter where type equals habit or recurring task. And then I have a tag that either contains daily, weekly or monthly. And if it's daily, you can see that I have a filter for date is on or before yesterday, the date is on or before 1 week ago, and if it's monthly, the date is on or before 1 month ago. When you click the add a filter, you have the option of creating a normal filter or a filter group. So to create these, I created 3 filter groups. And I made sure that in between the filter groups, I choose or rather than and. An advantage of having my habits and recurring tasks in the master database is that I'll be able to relate these to tags such as personal projects, goals or life areas. As you can see, I have done so in some of these examples. This will help us identify and capture these activities when we are looking at things on that higher level, such as a life area. Let's move on to events. The events page is for appointments that I may want to do some planning or keep notes for, such as meetings. I've got a dedicated template for an event. So here in the content, I already have an agenda and I can assign related tasks. Now I don't create an event for every appointment that I have to keep. Like me, you might be using another calendar system such as Microsoft Outlook or Google Calendar, where your appointments can get automatically generated whenever you get invites. Notion doesn't replace this for me. However, if there is an event where I want to do planning for or to keep notes on that I might want to review in the future and that will be useful to tag against a project or create tasks for, then this is where I find Notion to be useful. My event template has the structure ready for agenda, related tasks. We could add sections for attendees or minutes if we wanted to. And so when you have actions from the meeting, these are going to go straight into my master task list. On my events page, I have actually embedded a Google Calendar. I actually got this presented by having data going from Microsoft Outlook into a Google Calendar, in which it can be embedded on your Notion page in an agenda format, a week format, or a month format. The limitations of this is that this view is read-only. But if you click into a particular appointment, you're able to open links up to your main calendar. Let's look at projects. Projects I define as something that I want to do that I need to keep track of, and that has several actions. Projects are stored in my master database, Life Success Planner, and here I have a filtered view where the type equals project. This is a list view, but we can also have other views such as table or board view, where I can actually move things from in progress to completed, and also a calendar view where we can adjust the dates. I've got a template for new projects, so if I click on new and new project, what this will show is it will show a section where I could enter the purpose and key results to keep me focused on what I want to achieve on the project, and related tasks and events. So this is a filtered table of the master database where we have the tag is this particular project and the type is task or habit or recurring task or event. Whereas if I have anything else related to this project, I've actually put this in the notes and resources section. So this will include any other items that are related that are not a task, event or a habit or recurring task. So this could include things such as articles, books, videos, websites, anything related to this project all in one place. Let's go to an example project. So let's go to my list and I'm going to bring up the end of quarantine party. So I can relate my project as well to a parent project, a goal, or a life area. As all these things are items in my master database, and I have a relation property to an item of the same database, a tag. You can see in child pages anything that's already been tagged with end of quarantine party, status, done, whether it's completed or not. And here are my related tasks and events, as well as any other related pages. So when working on a project, going on a project page in Notion will let me see everything I need to do to move it forward and link all references and notes. And it's very easy to create a task, event or related note. My project list is something I should ideally be reviewing at least once a week, so I would check each page, seeing whether there are any tasks I need to add or update. Notion can be somewhere where you write down your goals and create action plans. In my Notion setup, with any action plan I create for a goal, the tasks will start appearing in my due tasks list when it's time to do them. Personal goals is the next level up from a project. If there is something I want achieved within a year, I define that as a project to make sure it is getting reviewed on a regular basis. If it is going to take over 1 year, then I define it as a goal. And personal goals are also a view of my master database, and here you can see they can be given a date and they can be tagged against another page, typically a life area such as finances or health and fitness. So I do have a goals template, and you'll see that my goals template is quite similar to the one I have for a project. This includes thinking about why the goal is important, defining key results you want to achieve, and then having a section for related tasks and events, and also a section on related pages. And this is where I might put any projects that need doing in order to achieve my goal, or where I would save any notes, web pages or videos. Let's look at an example goals page, and let's say, such as this one, be able to do 10 pull-ups. So when I open the page, I can give it a cover page and make it inspirational. So if I change the cover and look on Unsplash, I can say, let's search for gym. Yeah, that's a good inspirational picture. Let's reposition that a little bit so I can see the muscles. And scrolling down, I would describe, why that goal was sort of important to me. And here I would list my action plan. So what do I have to do in order to be able to do 10 pull-ups? So one of them would probably be go to the gym on a regular basis. So go to the gym, and I probably need to go at least twice a week. And actually that one would be a habit or recurring task. And if I open this up, actually I might want to make sure I review this weekly. So I'm going to put the weekly tag onto this particular task. So in an action plan, we should have several tasks. So if we add a new one, maybe I haven't even signed up to the gym yet. Sign up to gym, and let's add that for tomorrow. I'll show you an example what we can do with regards to related pages. So I think about my goal, and actually one thing I might do would be to look for articles on it. So how to do pull-ups, get your first pull-up or chin-up, 30-day pull-up progression. Let's say that this website I want to read later. I can relate it to my goal. So I go to the Notion web clipper. I would click save page, but first I would make sure it goes into my life success planner, the master database. Then I click open in Notion, and then now I can tag it against that particular goal, as well as anything else I think might be relevant. Health and fitness, for example. And with regards to the type, it's a website. And now, when I go to the be able to do 10 pull-ups page, if I open that up, we can also see that I have a related page here as well. And I can open the website here by clicking on the open link button next to the URL column. So a key advantage of doing your action plan like this in Notion is that when you then go to your task list, then you will see in upcoming and undated tasks that I have sign up to the gym already there, plan for tomorrow, tagged with my goal. And if I scroll down, I do also bring in the habits and recurring tasks due. It's not appearing here, so I need to look at the filter why. So in the filter we have 3 filter groups, but the habit that we added did not have a date. So I think we need to add a new filter group where the date is empty. But also we still want the type to be habit or recurring task. Now that I've changed the filter, we can see go to gym twice a week is now there. It's weekly. And let's say we went today. That will then disappear off the list until next week. So what Notion can do to help you is when you set a goal and an action plan, have those actions presented to you in your daily lists so that you don't forget about them. The final piece of my to-do section is life areas. This page is all about helping me achieve life balance and ensuring I'm taking responsibility in reviewing and taking action on all things that I consider important in my life. It's something that is more ongoing than a goal or a project. These are pages in the master database, and here is a gallery view. And as these pages are in the master database, I can create linked tables to view and update related projects, goals, tasks, and resources within each life area. So, for example, if I want to review an area such as career and business, the page is meant to prompt me to think about the vision, what is the ideal state of this life area, what do you want? And then think about the goals you want to set, projects you might want to start, what habits should you be developing in this life area. And with the related pages, I can bring in related notes, videos, or web pages. This is about higher level long-term planning, where the life area can prompt you to set goals, projects may arise from goals, and tasks may arise from projects. So these life area pages are a way to take a good look at each part of your life. You can rate how happy you are in each life area, and perhaps uncover where certain areas need more attention than others. And it also helps you identify where you're doing well and where there is room for improvement, to discover what actions you could be taking and what are the gaps between where you are today and where you want to be. And then with Notion and this setup, you'll be able to link what you're doing day to day with where you want to be in these life areas. I'm now going to cover the pages in the resources and reference section. These pages are where I can get useful information I've saved in an easy way. Most of these pages are views of my main master database, the Life Success Planner, and this is so they can be tagged and linked to other pages such as projects, goals, topics or life areas. So inbox or notes. Notion can be a great tool for all sorts of notes. You can store anything digital in Notion with all your notes in one place so you can easily find them when you need to. Having everything in the same application lets you find what you're looking for quickly. With the template button, I can make sure I can create a note quickly in Notion. This is a standard page, not a database page, and I can get back to the previous page by clicking on Inbox or Notes in the breadcrumbs. You can now see the note page under the template button. Another way I make sure I can enter notes quickly is that on my new tab or home page in my browser that there is a link to my inbox. Once the note is created, if it's something that's worth keeping, I might want to organize it in the right place. This is done by adding it to the Life Success Planner. So here I have a previous note on a business CRM and project manager I'm starting to create, and we would drag it to the right to the Life Success Planner, and then I can categorize the type, it's a project, and add any tags that are associated with it. So linking it to any other pages. So I'm here linking it to the Notion topic page. If it's a note that I don't need, I can just delete it. This table here, the filter shows everything that I've created in the Life Success Planner on or after 1 month ago. Once your note is in the Life Success Planner, it can be related to any other page in the Life Success Planner, such as a project, task, topic, through the tags property. You can therefore create a bi-directional link between two pages in the Life Success Planner. So Notion is a topic page, and if we go to the topic page, we can see that the Business CRM and Project Manager note that we just tagged is there. It's tagged as a project. And if we go to the Business CRM and Project Manager page, we can see that in the tags we have Notion. Let's look at how I manage my reading list in Notion. The reading list page includes articles, websites, and books. These sections are filtered displays of my Life Success Planner database. So all items can be tagged to a project, topic, or life area. Once I've read something, I could tick the Done box, so it is not deleted but removed from my filtered view. I typically add things here from my Notion web clipper. So when I'm on a web page, like Goodreads for a book, I can use a web clipper, put it into my Life Success Planner, open the page in Notion, and confirm that it's a book, and also tag it if relevant. Some of the content is saved within the page, but if we go back to the reading list, I'm also able to get to the web page through the URL link. So when I'm in the mood for some new reading, I can go to my reading list and I can pick one of the items I've intentionally added. My watch list works in a similar way to the reading list, with views from the Life Success Planner. When I've watched something, I mark it as complete and it disappears from the list. Here, on this page, I have videos, channels, and films. Videos are typically from YouTube and added through the Notion web clipper. Channels are links to the video sections of a YouTube channel. As these channels will be updated with new videos, I know they are worth visiting from time to time. Then, I have a list of films I'm interested in watching at some point. An advantage of having your watch list in the Life Success Planner is that you can do tags, including other people. So for example, you may think that it's a good idea to watch certain films together or share particular videos with others. You can tag a person to a watchlist item, reminding you to reach out to that person with regards to that watchlist item. Topics. Topics are pages that I can use to group resources. Here is a gallery view of my Life Success Planner with a filter of topic. If I go into the Notion page, you can see I can have all related pages such as notes, channels, projects, contacts, videos of a specific topic on one page. This could be useful if you're studying for a particular topic. You can also use the tags in order to link a subtopic to a more broader topic. You'll see when I create a new topic using the template, it has a related page table populated on the page filtered for that particular topic. Travel. The travel page is for planning for places I am going to visit and a record of places I've been, mainly for pleasure, but it could include planning for business trips too. The pages are items in the Life Success Planner that have been tagged with the word travel. I've created a travel template. This includes a travel checklist, things I need to consider in preparation for a trip, such as flights and accommodation. It's where I can save maps and ideas on what I want to do. And if I'm traveling with other people, I may end up sharing these pages and asking them to contribute their ideas. Next, we have CRM. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. Businesses use CRM to track information about customers and sales. You may find a personal CRM useful if you believe there is value in having a system to keep in touch with people. This also helps you log and remember things about particular people. I tend to meet a lot of new people through my hobby of organising events, and this therefore helps me create invite lists and also remember who I've met. Contacts are an item in the Life Success Planner, so you can relate a person to a project, task or goal by tagging them, as well as logging a person's interests, or marking someone as a VIP. The date property could be used for a birthday or when you've last contacted that person. As a contact is in a database, you can create multiple filtered views. Next, we have recipes. Recipes is actually its own database, not part of the Life Success Planner. And that's because I want to have different properties from the ones that I've got in the Life Success Planner, and I don't really need to link recipes to other areas of my Notion setup. This recipes database though, I've found it helpful in giving me meal ideas that I know I will enjoy. It gets me excited about food and cooking. I have a vegetarian tag to encourage me to eat less meat, which is one of my goals, and also a healthy tag to draw me to the more healthy meal ideas. And I save recipes I find online from the Notion web clipper. I did initially experiment with a meal planner linked to my recipes database as well as a linked ingredients table, but for me I found that to be a bit overkill. I actually do meal planning on a pen and paper bullet journal to reduce some of my computer screen time. So in the end, for my shopping list, it's just a normal page where I have saved the link as a shortcut on my phone to refer to whenever I'm doing groceries. That's the end of the tour of my Notion setup. If you're interested in duplicating my template, do go to my website www.gettrailblazing.com. It's also where I'll be sharing any further templates I develop and where you can find out more about the Notion course I created. Thank you for watching and making it to the end. I hope you found the video useful.